Most SEO YouTubers don't actually make money with SEO. They make money by selling you the dream. In today's video, I tested 5 real ways to make money with SEO, and I go over ones that work, ones that didn't work, and ones that I think can work for the right people, but maybe they didn't work for me. I'm not saying all courses and communities are scams, but if someone makes more money teaching you SEO instead of actually doing it, it's got to raise some questions. It should all come down to credibility. Can they provide legitimate proof that they actually are successful doing that thing? You want to see that credibility clear and upfront. By now, it should be pretty obvious that people make more money teaching you how to sell something instead of actually doing the thing they're selling. Does that make sense? Selling courses on how to make money online is easier than trying to make money online. So here are the 2 biggest lessons I learned from wasting thousands on courses, communities, and Discord groups. 1, the only way you really learn how to do anything is by doing it yourself and making your own mistakes along the way, not by buying some 10K course to get rich overnight. And 2, the best teachers are the ones who are slightly ahead of you, as opposed to some guru on YouTube who's a multimillionaire who doesn't have any recollection of the exact steps he used to get started. With that being said, let's get into it. Here are the 5 ways I've tried to make money with SEO online. Now, this first way to make money with SEO online is probably the most beginner friendly and doesn't require you to take on clients or any major capital to get started. This is by creating a niche or affiliate blog. This was super popular maybe 5 years ago. These are info-based sites that make their money by linking to affiliate products like Amazon, etc. Or even they might sell a small info product. Prior to more recent Google updates, you can create a blog like this and make 2K, 3K, 5K even per month, pretty passive. I actually had 2 semi-profitable niche sites that I ran. I don't make much of them these days. I think I make like $60 total from each, which barely covers the hosting and any other expenses. Now, the main problem with niche blogs or affiliate blogs is that Google has shown more recently to prefer larger sites. Reddit, Forbes, etc. They've just been crushing smaller sites with little authority. So while I think you still can make money with an affiliate or niche blog, I don't recommend it for anyone looking to make full-time income right now with SEO. So I'd have to put this in the D tier. Now, the second one was supposed to be an answer to all these failing niche and affiliate blogs. This is local SEO, also known as rank and rent. Rank and rent involves creating a fake local business, getting it to rank well on Google, and then selling the leads you get from that site to a legitimate business. This is one where I think it can work if you get the right niche and the right city. If you go back on my channel, I have videos of me trying to create rank and rent sites, but there are a couple problems that you're going to run into when doing this. So the first problem is you have to wait for the site to rank. Say you create a website for concrete contractors in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You have to wait maybe 6 months, 8 months for it to properly rank on Google. And then it may not even rank well. So there's a lot of gambling and waiting involved. Some people do speed this process up by paying for Google ads, but that's a whole nother issue. Say you're paying for Google ads to get concrete leads, and then you're taking those leads and then you're selling them to a legitimate business. So you're laying out the cash up front to pay for those ads. And Google ads are not cheap by any means. Very easily, they're going to be 300, 500 plus each month. So you're kind of floating that money while waiting for your site to rank. The next major issue with rank and rent is that you have to deal with business owners and you have to sell them these leads, which can be uncomfortable and kind of a hard thing to sell, especially if you're new at sales. Plus, small business owners can tell immediately when you're trying to scam them. So they're very wary of being sold something. Most people don't realize, but if you're a small business on Yelp or a website, you're getting spammed constantly. So they don't have a high tolerance for bullshit of you trying to sell them leads. So I know there's plenty of YouTube channels who kind of sell rank and rent as like the passive way to make money. It didn't really click for me. I didn't like floating that money. I didn't like dealing with business owners and kind of selling them these leads. So while I think it can work, it just didn't really click. This is going to be C tier. The next way to make money is by flipping websites. This involves either selling a site you have, buying a new site, or buying a site and then flipping it and selling quickly for a profit. I think with enough capital, this definitely can work. It's just like physical product flipping on FB Marketplace or eBay. It's the same kind of thing. I think it requires a lot of research and hustling and capital. The problem with this is that you're kind of still reliant on Google and Google updates. You buy a site that's doing well, and then a Google update destroys it. Not much you can do. You just lost so much money. The next problem is that it can be hard to find deals that are legitimate. The third is that you must be good at evaluating a website's potential. To be honest, I never wanted to risk much capital in flipping websites. I flipped one a couple years ago, made a couple $100, but I really didn't think it was worth it. This one's going to be C tier for me. This next one works if you're low on funds and you just want to grind. So this involves cold calling companies to sell them SEO services. Pretty straightforward. You would cold call business owners and try to sell them website design or SEO services or any kind of marketing services. Again, I have videos of me doing this on my YouTube channel that are older. Oh, okay, gotcha. So I actually build sites, and I could build a custom one for you if you're interested at all.
No, not really.
Okay. It'd be free, but if you're not interested, that's totally okay.
So how is it free?
The way I would do it personally is that I would find businesses on Yelp, and if they didn't have a website, I would call them and try to sell them a website. And if they were interested, I would book a Zoom call with them to try to pitch them my services. The main problems with this for me were that you need to be brave and have thick skin to constantly be cold calling businesses. It does get easier, but it's still a little scary and requires a good amount of confidence. 2, you'll deal with a lot of flaking and a lot of lack of responses, I think I booked maybe 6 people for a Zoom meeting, and one of them showed up. And finally, the way I was doing cold calling is that it would only expose me to maybe sole business owners or small businesses. They didn't really have a budget to pay me a higher amount for these services, whether it was website design or SEO. So I think with enough volume and grinding, this can work. But I would spend a lot of time fine-tuning your script and how you go about finding businesses to call. For me, this one goes into B tier. Now, the final method is the one that I think works and actually clicked for me, enabled me to make a full-time income. This involves finding clients for SEO on Upwork. Specifically, there's platforms like Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr. I think they all could work. I used Upwork personally, but I think they're all legitimate options. Now, the main problems with these platforms is that it's slow to start and build credibility when you're new on the platform. The next problem is you still have to deal with business owners and learn client management and sales, all that bullshit. The third is that you have to provide truly valuable services that actually show results. So I think Upwork is a great place to start for anyone looking to get into SEO, no matter your experience or background. I think it can work with anyone with enough time applying and with enough experience and credibility in your profile. The 2 reasons why Upwork can continue to work for anyone is that there's no shortage of leads. There's a clear path to being successful with enough credibility on your profile. So while there are other ways to make money with SEO that I think can still work, Upwork is the one that has worked for me successfully in the shortest amount of time, S tier. So if you're not sure how your profile should look or what you should be doing in Upwork, in my next video, I break down a freelancer's profile and give him tips to how to improve it and get hired immediately. That should be linked up here. And thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll see you in the next one.